Now, watching the scene with Ryder crying in the back seat, as a mom, of course, I'm hurt. You don't ever want to see your child cry. And then, of course, watching Corey cry and watching Taylor cry and then watching Ryder cry all over again, it was just too much for me. Like, I had a hard time with it, and Ryder had a hard time with her dad being gone. I think that's why when people always ask me, like, if I would do a challenge again, and I always say no, just because I could not imagine leaving Ryder. And it's different for Corey because that was his life pre-Ryder. Like, he always did the challenge. I only did one. I'm good with my one and done. Made it to a final. I'm good with that one. I don't need to do it again. Like, I'm not missing anything. But the final is the challenge is a part of Corey's life, so it's different. What was the deciding factor for you and Matt's breakup? Honestly, we argued too much for me. And
As you want to read that?
I didn't want to get
Bring it over here.
I didn't want to be in a no. So about Matt, I didn't want to, like, I'm not the type of person to, like, sit and argue all day with you. Like, that was just never me. And to me as a parent, like, if I argue with you all day, then I'm gonna be, like, negative when it comes to, like, parenting. Like, I'm gonna be so drained from arguing that I'm not gonna want to, like, I can't be as patient with Ryder if I just had to argue with all day. So that was that. And I can't be in situations that are, like, controlling or that try to control how I parent, or like Sunflower said, the frustration transfers. And it's like, I'm walking around mad, and I'm not mad at Ryder or anything that Ryder did. I'm just frustrated with my relationship, that it comes out being a mom. And I had to really check myself when that was starting to happen, that I'm like, okay, I should not be in a relationship if this is what it brings over. And then I had to look at their relationship, and the relationship that Matt and Ryder had wasn't anything that I felt like Ryder would miss. And that's when I really was like, okay, this isn't right. Like, if my child is gravitating more to your friends and more to other people around you who get down and play with her or who do certain things with her, then, like, I can't stay with you for so many other reasons. Like, the fighting, the relationship that he had with Rye, and
Sir, please leave.
And then, the conversation that you guys saw me and Kyle had last week with the Teen Mom episode was the episode when you guys saw us talk about me argue over this asparagus. I have so many people talk about, why would you break up with somebody because of asparagus? It was not over asparagus, first of all. That was what I tried to cover up the argument with, because I just felt so bad about what happened that I didn't want to make Matt seem like a bad person, because he's not a bad person.
He just wasn't her person.
Yeah, he just wasn't for me. Like, I don't want people to, like, think that I'm talking negatively about him. Like, I just don't think that he was my person, and that's why I tried to use, like, the whole asparagus situation. I think the biggest breaking point with me and Matt was, and he knows this, so that's why I'm comfortable talking about it. If it was something that it wasn't something we talked about in, like, open, then I wouldn't bring it up on here. But the biggest thing that threw me off was when he started screaming at me in my mom's kitchen.
Bro,
Matt got into an argument with me in my mom's kitchen in front of my entire family, in front of my friends, in front of his dad, in front of his friends. And when I say he got into an argument with himself, I didn't respond. I didn't scream. I didn't do anything. She screamed at him, and that I think was like my breaking point, because if you get to the point where you can disrespect me in front of my mother, you've now lost your mind.
And I didn't scream, but I have to say something. Like,
no, you screamed.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Okay, so don't say you didn't scream and then just say, I did.
Voice.
You screamed at him, Kyle. What are you talking about?
Get out, bro.
Exactly. So all I'm saying is that when it got to that point, I knew that it wasn't something that was healthy and something that I couldn't do anymore, because it wasn't, to me, that's not safe. Like, if you feel so, or were you worried about his past with domestic abuse?
No comment.
Yeah, no comment on that. But when it came to him screaming at me in front of so many people, it was like, if you're so comfortable doing that, then you're way comfortable doing other things that don't sit right with me. So I had to end it, and my mom saw it, and my mom literally was like, he's not welcome into my house again. And I can't date anyone that's not welcome into my mom's house, because I spend 99% of my time in my mom's house. So if I'm dating you and my mom doesn't like you or won't let you in her house, then it just won't work. So when people ask me now, are we friends, are we cool, no. We don't speak, we're not friends, I have nothing bad to say, I wish you the best, but don't hit me up.
Ooh, does your family miss Zach? Yes, we do.
Everybody loves Zach.
But you have to understand, we've known Zach for
ever. Zach is family.
12 years. Why you do that?
When people ask about Zach, it's so weird because Zach and I are friends.
Oh,
everybody loves Zach.
Let's go.
Zach is family. What a lot of people don't realize is that Zach is my stepdad's
you don't want to play with me?
Dad's best friend's son. So everybody loves Zach. All my friends love Zach. My family loves Zach. So it's just weird. But Zach and I are friends, and that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Zach will be back.
Zach is fine. There's no doubt that Zach is fine. We all know that Zach is fine. I'm not saying that Zach is not fine. But
this man said I broke up with my girl over her phone.
would you date a single dad?
Yes.
Of course I would. I'm a single mom, so why would I?
You take your time. You see the SWAT? You did.
I would never say I wouldn't date anybody with kids, because I have a kid. How do I feel about Ryder having a sibling? I'm excited for Ryder to have a sibling. She's so good with Boz and so happy with Boz, and Boz is her cousin, that I know she's going to be really, really good with Mila, and really excited to help them and to do things for her. So as a mother, I'm excited to see like that next part of Ryder's life happen. And of course, I'm sad that, not sad, but I don't know a better word to use than sad. Of course, I wish it would have came from me. Like, I would love to see Ryder be a sibling in my own home, but I can't. I'm not pregnant. I didn't have a baby.
Somebody brought up that long ago.
It happens in other ways, and it's going to be really cool to see Ryder have a sibling in Corey's house and be able to watch, Mila grow up and stuff. So, yes, when people ask me, like, what is the real answer? The real answer is that I'm very, very excited for Ryder to be a sibling. I've gone through this whole process with Ryder. I've tried to do it the best way that I can. Anytime that Ryder wants to buy something for her sister, wants to do anything for her sister, I'm all for it. I'm very supportive, and Is it hard on some days? Yeah, it's hard. I'm her mother. I want to give her a sibling. There's no doubt about that. I've said that from the first day, and Corey's always said, he wanted to wait 5 years from now. But it is what it is, and it happened the way that it happened, and it played out how it played out. And I believe in, the way that God does certain things and the way that God plans certain situations. So I'm very understanding and happy for them, and my day will come when Ryder gets a sibling from my side. But I'm really happy that she has one now and has one close to her age that she can grow up with and be best friends with.